Are there any issues that you feel are unique to the 5th Congressional District?
Yes. Yes, I do. And that is bringing money into this district. Okay? $147 million was scheduled to come into New York. 147 million was scheduled, and where did it go? It went all to low-income people so they could buy school supplies. It was diverted by the government with the blessings of Ackerman, Schumer, and Gillibrand. Okay? It bought school supplies. That's what it bought. That money was intended for small businesses, and it went with the blessing of the dynamic of the three of them. I promise you, if I got elected, that money would have went to me and all the other small business owners. And that's something. This district, not one penny went to any small business owners. Instead, I believe the greatest welfare is a job. If that money came in, that $147 million stimulus dollars, I would have made sure it would have went to small businesses so they could have hired, and Mrs. Jones could have bought her own school supplies.
This district has many problems. Probably one of the greatest is the lack of job growth. Jobs are being destroyed one after another. The only entity that is hiring today is the federal government. That is problem number one. Jobs, jobs, and jobs. What we need is lower taxes. We need for both corporations and for individuals. Without that, everything is lost. You can't create jobs if you tax to the heights, and it just has to stop. So with jobs will come with more job growth will come better economic times. People are losing their houses. Businesses are closing. Being in the insurance business, I've seen a lot of clients having to drop programs because they don't have the money. So that is the problem today. Washington has no interest, and Ackerman above them has absolutely zero. They are out of touch, and it must be changed.
I don't believe in bailouts. I believe in people working, generating their own income, and that's done through growing the private sector, and that's done through lowering taxes, not taxing and redistributing funds. This district is very unique in that much of it is supported by the financial industry, and at one point it was supported a lot by the manufacturing industry, but that has been wiped away because of the policies that the government has put forward to make it easier for foreign countries to come in, create jobs, sell us things, which be trinkets and products, and erase our jobs. So overregulation, such as the Community Reinvestment Act, where banks were forced to make bad loans, is the reason why this district is having trouble financially. In addition to that, on the social issue with this district, is that we have a problem with heroin in our high schools, and something that we need to deal with, and that Gary Ackerman has not addressed any of the issues I've pointed out.
I'm just going to read the question again. Let me see if I can reduce the feedback. There we go. Are there any issues that you feel are unique to the 5th Congressional District?
I feel that the overriding issue is the economic issue in our district. As I said, I work in a company that has been severely affected by the economic downturn, and I can attest to the fact, being in the manufacturing sector, that the stimulus does not work. The bailouts do not work. These social engineering programs do not work. The government has to get out of the people's lives, lower the taxes, stop the bailouts, because government does not work. It sends money overseas. As we've heard, 80% of the renewable energy money has gone overseas. Tax less and keep the creative energies in the hands of entrepreneurs and people who work and make America great.
Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution enumerates the powers of the Congress. And the 10th Amendment says, any power not specifically given to the federal government is left to the people and the states respectively. A congressman's job is not to create jobs. Government creates no jobs, congressmen create no jobs. It's the congressman's job to abide by the Constitution of the United States, tell the government to take a hike, and let people be free to create jobs in a free market. Okay? We have to reassert states' rights, and we have to tell Washington, basically, to go stick it. That's the bottom line.
New Yorkers send, for every dollar that New Yorkers send to the federal government, we get back 79 cents. In New Mexico, for every dollar they send to the federal government, they get back $2. I think New Yorkers are tired, and our district is tired of paying for projects such as the John P. Merther Airport in the middle of Pennsylvania that 32 people a day use, and sending millions of our tax dollars there. All day long, I hear from people how they are being crushed by taxation. I go into the local grocery, and I speak to the proprietor, and she tells me that people are in Great Neck, which you would think would be a very affluent place, that people are only buying the bare minimum. People tell me all day long as I walk through town, I can't afford my taxes, my real estate taxes. What am I going to do? We are being taxed to death in New York. That has to stop. That is the prime problem. And Ackerman has one of the worst records. He's rated F by the National Taxpayers Union. He's one of the worst records as a taxer and spender. That has to stop.
Okay.